The 70s was characterized, late 70s to early 80s, by what we call the hippie movement. A movement that raised a generation of people that was very volatile, that were lazy, prone to drugs and violence. And as a result of that hippie movement, a lot of people lost their lives. Individuals were wasted because it was the culture or the norm of the day. We have come to understand that culture is always shifting, and it is shifting based on belief system. And we say that what is culture? Culture is simply people's way of life, and this way of life is defined by their belief system. And so today, what we are sharing today is whether culture trends are godly or not, and should a believer be moved by every form of trend in society. You're welcome. This is the gospel according to the bishop. And if you have not joined my channel, please hit the subscription channel, hit the notification button, so that whenever we put up new and fresh content, you'll be the first to be notified. Please hit that subscription, follow. And so I've been a student of history and theology, and I've come to understand the dangers of trends. And sometimes, even as believers, we find certain trends that are prevalent in our churches. And these trends are what is being brought from the Word. The word talks about the system in the Bible. When it says, be not conformed to this world, talking about systems and patterns, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And many times these systems, from time to time, inject into the people's life a system, a pattern, a way of thinking, a way of believing, and it is called trend. And I want to ask us today, is it a trend or is it a trap? Listen, I want to say something to you, child of God, even as we watch the video clips, that the enemy is intentional and nothing just happens. Everything that is put out there is geared at getting the souls of men. The psalmist puts it this way. He said, our soul is escaped from the snare of the fowler. Our soul is escaped. The trap of the enemy is not after your body, but it's after your soul. Your soul is made up of your emotions, your will, and your intellect, to shape the patterns of a generation to believe certain way or act in a certain direction that possibly may be contrary to the way of God. So let's watch these video clips, and I'll be back to continue from where I stopped.
The devil wants people to come into the realm of the Spirit too, and there is also an invitation from him. And he gives all kinds of different ways, some through entertainment. A lot of kids are dabbling with entrances into the realm of the Spirit that are actually, they're actually introduced by demons, unseen entities that are helping children get into that realm. It looks innocent, it looks like entertainment, but actually they're getting into the realm of the Spirit. It's very dangerous. But God, you're right, Sid. God has given us a way through Jesus that isn't dangerous, it isn't scary, it isn't spooky, it isn't just for some people, it is for everyone.
So you're welcome back. Just like the woman of God said, even trends for our children. I was talking to somebody, I said, you need to regulate what your children are watching, what they are exposed to. We live in a generation, the current generation, that is technologically advanced, smart kids. I call them the smart kids, the Gen Z generation. They are not just your average kind of child. They are children who are like way years ahead of you in terms of what you knew at their age. And so that makes this generation a target to the enemy. And so we need to avoid certain trends of ensuring that a child that is in primary school, secondary school, as you have here in West Africa, is making use of handset and is open to an internet service that is not regulated. The curious mind may likely want to browse. I don't see the need for a teenager or an adolescent to begin to have an answer. That is my personal opinion, but that is the trend generally. So we need to be careful what kind of trends we are setting for ourselves, the trends we are setting for our children, because what enters your ears and eyes enters your heart, and whatever enters your heart enters your life, and that is where habits and patterns are formed. And science tells us that character, behavior, traits are formed when it is done repeatedly over a period of 21 days. So I want to know what your thoughts are, what your opinions are. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want you to hit the notification button, hit the subscription button. It will be a pleasure to be here to bring you fresh and exciting revelation. God bless you and have a splendid day. Shalom.